want Eddie's wife and kids to know how much they meant to him. It's all he ever talked about. I know that somewhere Eddie's going to be looking down on this night, proud that all the guys went out there and put on a show for him. I miss you, man.
My real name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship.
Wrestling is built on larger-than-life characters, unforgettable moments, and stories that feel almost unreal. But sometimes, the ring stops being a stage, and real life takes over. Tonight's video isn't about championships or rivalries. It's about moments that broke hearts, silenced arenas, and reminded the entire wrestling world that behind every superstar is a human being. These are the WWE moments that went beyond entertainment and stayed with fans forever.
My time has come to let The Undertaker rest in peace.
This past week, we lost two beloved members of our WWE family. Hall of Famer Terry Funk and the one and only Bray Wyatt. Tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we will honor their legacy and celebrate their lives. The lives of two incredible men who have touched all of us with their passion, their creativity, and their spirit.
On August 24th, 2023, the wrestling world woke up to news no one was prepared for. Wyndham Rotunda, known to fans everywhere as Bray Wyatt, had passed away at just 36 years old after suffering a sudden heart attack. What made the loss even more painful was the timing. Bray was on his way back. A return was coming. Hope was alive. And then it was taken away. The very next night on SmackDown, WWE didn't try to hide the pain. The arena grew quiet, the lights dimmed, and emotion filled the building. Superstars stood together with fans, united not as characters, but as people mourning someone truly special. It became one of the most heartfelt tributes WWE has ever produced, a reminder of how deeply Bray Wyatt touched the wrestling world, far beyond the ring. That
simple yet deeply complex individual, and I loved him. I loved working with him, but mostly I just loved being around him. He was always joyful, just these eyes that drew you in, and a smile and a laugh and a presence that see you down the road, hot boy.
That same night, the wrestling world also said goodbye to Terry Funk, a Hall of Famer whose legacy spanned generations. Known for his toughness, passion, and unmatched dedication, Terry Funk wasn't just a legend. He represented the very soul of professional wrestling. When WWE honored him, the emotion was undeniable. Fans and superstars reflected not only on his career, but on the man behind it, a mentor, a pioneer, and a true original. Some WWE stories are powerful enough to stop everything, and Connor's story was one of them. Connor was a young fan whose biggest dream was simply to meet his hero, Daniel Bryan. WWE didn't just make that dream come true, they turned it into something unforgettable. In the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, Connor became part of the WWE family. He was welcomed backstage, bonded with Daniel Bryan, and even shared a lighthearted moment in the ring where he pinned Triple H, cheered on by the entire roster. Connor watched Daniel Bryan win the championship at WrestleMania 30 from the front row. Just weeks later, Connor passed away. In 2015, WWE honored him with the Warrior Award, showing how one child's courage left a lasting mark on an entire industry. Eddie Guerrero's passing wasn't just tragic, it was shocking. There were no warnings, no signs, just devastating news that froze the wrestling world in disbelief. Eddie wasn't just a superstar, he was family. His charisma, passion, and authenticity connected with fans and fellow wrestlers alike. During the tributes, the emotion on display wasn't scripted, it was real. Even years later, Eddie's legacy continues to live on through the wrestlers he inspired and the fans who still speak his name with love and respect.
Eddie Guerrero was my uncle, technically, but we were brothers. We were 3 years apart. He was the big brother I never had. I was the little brother he never had. We always grew up with the dream of becoming tag team champions. And, excuse me, we were able to let that dream come true. That dream came true here in WWE. That was a tag team for me that will never be replaced. I'll never have a tag team partner like you, Eddie, ever again.
I want Eddie's wife and kids to know how much they meant to him. It's all he ever talked about. I know that somewhere Eddie's going to be looking down on this night, proud that all the guys went out there and put on a show for him. I miss you, man.
In October 2018, Monday Night Raw felt like any other night until Roman Reigns stepped into the ring and changed everything. He revealed that he had been battling leukemia for years and that the illness had returned. In that moment, titles and storylines meant nothing. WWE's top star wasn't leaving because of an injury, he was leaving to fight for his life. The emotion was raw, real, and unforgettable. Months later, Roman returned to Raw with words that shook the arena. He was in remission. It became one of the most emotional and powerful returns in WWE history.
I'm in remission, y'all. My real name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship.
After more than 3 decades of dominance, The Undertaker stepped into the ring one final time at Survivor Series 2020. There was no match, only a farewell. Legends filled the stage, but when the lights dimmed and the gong echoed, time seemed to stand still. The Undertaker placed his hat and coat in the ring, a silent goodbye to an era that can never be replaced. As he walked away, fans everywhere realized they had just witnessed the end of one of the greatest careers in wrestling history.
My time has come to let The Undertaker rest in peace.
In 2007, Ric Flair returned to WWE with one promise: he would never retire. But the rule was clear: the next match he lost would be his last. After months of fighting to survive, Flair chose Shawn Michaels as his opponent at WrestleMania. Shawn didn't want to be the one to end his hero's career, but Flair demanded it. Their match was emotional, dramatic, and unforgettable. When it ended, the tears were real. It wasn't just the end of a career, it was the closing of a legendary chapter. For over 20 years, The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak felt untouchable. It became something bigger than titles, a legacy written in history. At WrestleMania 30, Undertaker faced Brock Lesnar. The match was brutal, but no one believed the streak would end. Then the referee counted 3. The arena fell silent. Fans sat frozen. In one moment, a 20-year legacy came to an end, changing WrestleMania forever. When Brody Lee passed away, it didn't feel real. His illness had never been public, making the news even harder to process. Across the wrestling world, one message was repeated: Brody was kind, gentle, and deeply respected. Both WWE and AEW honored him in quiet, meaningful ways that reflected who he truly was. Behind the intimidating presence was one of wrestling's most genuine souls. His loss left a permanent void.
He could make you think that he was the biggest, baddest, most evil monster, villain, bad guy wrestler in the world, but then if he let you in and he really let you see his eyes for what they were. You saw one of the kindest men that I've ever met. He was one of a kind. Brody was the man. The last thing I said to him was, I love you, though. I love you. Goodbye forever. Which is what we said to each other.
In September 2012, Monday Night Raw suddenly took a terrifying turn. Jerry Lawler collapsed at ringside during a live broadcast. For the first time in years, commentary dropped all pretense. Viewers were told this was real, a medical emergency unfolding live. Lawler survived, but the moment remains one of the most frightening and emotional incidents ever shown on WWE television.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to preface this by saying that this is not part of our entertainment tonight. This is a real-life situation. Earlier this evening, my broadcast colleague, Jerry the King Lawler, passed out while working here at ringside. He collapsed on the ground. He was stretchered to the back where he received CPR. This is an extremely serious situation, and Jerry, my friend, my prayers are with you.